It's exactly 3 minutes past the top of the hour. That is 8 a.m. Thank you so much for being with us here on UBC TV. Just a humble reminder, well, make it a date with us every weekday from 6:30. We are here to brighten up, to spice up your mornings by giving you all the information that you need to know as you go about business during the day. But also, most importantly, we have those light moments as a team here to create some laughters on your face. Then you're able to embrace the day informed and also happy. So look nowhere else except UBC TV. Once again, I'm Robert Chirabonyonitono, and this is Good Morning Uganda Agenda. Now, this lovely Tuesday morning, I have very interesting guests. Why am I saying so? Because we all know that many Ugandans move out of the country for greener pastures. Some moved out of Uganda so many years. Some, by then, there were hard times, political hard times, and they left this country, and now we call them Ugandans in diaspora. At one time, a person will tell you, I have 2 homes, like one of my guests. He will tell you, Uganda is my first home, my second home is the United States of America. But when you move out and go to wherever you are, these people always have the heart of Uganda. And what they do, they ensure that first and foremost, they unite as Ugandans in these different parts of the world. Now today I want to speak about a specific category, that is Ugandans in North America. So these came together as Ugandans, and it wasn't about only partying, knowing each other, standing in solidarity with the other. They now brought their faces back home where they come from. How do they help transform Uganda? So that was the basis of forming the Uganda North America Association, also known as UNA. It is making 35 years this year, and they have a number of events. Any Ugandan who has been following what has been happening, UNA is not something new. I remember one time the media were bashing UNA, how we sent a number of MPs there, the Speaker of Parliament then, how government invested so much money in UNA. But well, later they explained that it was worth investing because of what we reaped out of UNA. But joining me on set today, we are going to be discussing more regarding the coming, that is investment and trade expo that is going to be in Dallas this very year, 2023. And joining me on set, I am honored to have, that is the Senior Presidential Special Envoy to Uganda, that is the UNA Presidential Special Envoy to Uganda, Zephaniah Chiza Seninde. You're most welcome.
Thank you, and good morning. Yeah, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank UBC for this program. Good morning. It says good morning.
Good morning, Uganda.
And I'm also very glad to be here with my boss from US. I'm here with him. He's going to tell you a number of things, what is going to happen this year in UNA, the Uganda North American Association. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for being part of this show this morning. Then just next to me is Gilbert Mulabi, who happens to be Chairman, Local Organizing Committee, UNA 2023 Convention, but he's also UNA Council Representative. Welcome to Uganda.
Thank you.
And of course, thank you for being with us this morning.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. Good morning, Uganda. Thank you so much, UBC, for always giving UNA a platform for us to come and inform our fellow Ugandans about what we do and the life in the diaspora, basically. So it's an honor and privilege to be here this morning, and I represent all my colleagues back home. Thank you.
Well, one said East or West home is the best.
Yes, indeed.
And I love that under UNA, you've made it a priority.
Absolutely.
Now, just to kickstart it, I've talked about what UNA is.
Yes.
But of course, we want to hear it from the horse's mouth.
Yes.
So when you talk about UNA, it is, of course, an abbreviation, but what are we referring to? What are your aims? What are your objectives? What do you stand for?
All right. Thank you so much. Your name, I forget your name.
Robert.
Robert. Robert, thank you so much. Many people hear the acronym UNA, but UNA stands for Uganda North American Association. This is an organization that has been in existence for the last 35 years. Primarily, to sum up some of our objectives, UNA was formed, number one, to unite Ugandans living in North America. For those of you who may not be knowing what North America is the United States of America and Canada. So we bring together Ugandans that reside in those countries, and the organization primarily wants to help. How do we help our fellow Ugandans living in the diaspora? As we all know, when you leave your home into a new country, you face very many challenges. And those challenges sometimes are best solved as a collective than an individual. So UNA does create a platform. We do network with Ugandans, as we are aware that in most cases you may face a challenge here and there, but a fellow Ugandan may be of help to you. So UNA does unite those Ugandans together, regardless of religion, political affiliation, regardless of sex. We just come together as, number one, we are all from Uganda. So that's what primarily UNA has been doing. But under that, there are quite a number of programs that UNA does engage, that Ugandans do participate. We have family forums. We have the Signature Trade and Investment Forum. We have the youth activities that we do participate in, because we have second generation children that have been born in those countries. So UNA also now has the cultural aspect of teaching the youth about the cultures and norms of their home country. So basically, some of the things that we do fall under those categories primarily. But however, we also work alongside other associations, which may not be UNA, but there are also Ugandan-run associations that we do partner with. We have the Nyorochita Convention, we have the Basoga Twegaite, we have the Uganda Wumu. They are not primarily run under UNA, but they are also run by Ugandans, and UNA is also working closely with them. Yes.
Very interesting. Well, I'll go to Zephaniah Seninde.
Yes.
I usually refer to him as the bringer of things. You know, every time he says, I've gone to US, he calls it his second home. You know he's going to come back with something. Either medical equipment, you hear him struggling with containers he brought, he wants to clear, calling upon government not to tax them and all that. But Seninde, what are some of the achievements when you talk about, 35 years is quite a big time. If it's a human being, 35 years, maybe even you've started a family. So in this journey, what can you look at and say, these have been our achievements?
Yeah, thank you very much. First of all, I would like to thank our visitor, Mr. Gilbert, and we want to send a message of thanks through him when he goes back. Uganda has achieved a lot of things from UNA. You've talked about the health equipment. You should not forget that at least almost half of the children who are going to school are their school fees is being paid by guys from UNA, because there are about 50,000 members. That's a very big number. They are sending a lot of money to Uganda, which helps Bank of Uganda to do other things as well, helping the local people and government programs, which is doing very well. They help in agriculture, and they do a lot of things. If one time you get time on cameras and you go in the field, you really see what they have done to develop this country. Don't forget that about MoneyGram. It was introduced by UNA, and people are using it for sending and receiving money. When you go to banks, UNA has taken a number of banks in US, and those banks now they use it to receive money and give to their relative, not like before when they used to send money to their relatives and they just use the money anyhow, which is not the case this time. They even in past they were sending money through their relative, and from the airport in between they kill them because they have done nothing on ground. But now they go through the bank and everything goes very well. Now about UNA, you know, we spend a lot of money doing the conversion, and most of half of the products we use are being made from here, worked out from here. So we benefit a lot from that money which is being used to work out the UNA conversions of about now 35. Many of our people have got a chance to go visit and come back. You know, when you visit such developed countries, automatically you cannot come with anything. You know, the government, at first, some of our Ugandans, they were calling, why sending a number of members of parliament, government officials, and so many others. But not forgetting, whenever I go to UNA, I come back with friends here. Now outside there, you have seen that white man I brought here. He's going to invest a lot of money in this country. All those are the struggles for UNA. Many things have been worked out, have been brought to Uganda through UNA. And I want to thank our president, this time, Henrietta Wamala. She has done a lot, more than other presidents who have been in the chair, because she has been straightforward. She has been doing a lot of development things. She has reached the number of government officials, and this time also our guest here is going to meet the speaker, the government whip, the minister of energy, because those people, they want to know why energy keeps on going off all the time. Maybe they can also put a hand or an advice, because most of them, they are well educated to advise about energy. And we hope we are going to meet the Prime Minister as well. You know, Kila Motors. This Kila Motor, the government has put in a lot of money to see that we start making like a border vehicles from our own country. We visited that one with our president, Henrietta Wamala. Hopefully when we get time, also he will visit, so that they have something to say or to tell those people to see how they can bring in a hand to make. We want to meet, we are going to meet Justice Byabakama, that one, the Election Commission, because people in the diaspora, they want also to start electing. And I think that one is being planned. I've talked to Justice Byabakama, and also is going to meet him, so that they can do the planning of how people in the diaspora can also vote and use that chance. We are going to meet the Minister of Rural. There's a lot of Ugandans who are in the diaspora. They want to know how can they come in to use that money or to help. There's money for a parish model. They are going to put it on the program, so that we talk a lot about it, because we want to know really this money, how can they help? How can they put in the hand? Because if we have members, they are 50,000, but all Ugandans who are in Canada and US, they are 80,000. Now, out of those numbers, you are about 70,000. 100% the money they get, they send it to Uganda. That means the development is a lot through these people, and we thank them for what they have done. Now I want to advise the government, because it has been sending a lot of people to come to UNA. Hopefully it could be better if they can send technical people like a PS. Some of the political guys, sometimes they don't have time to explain exactly what and how can they come in the Uganda programs.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, having understood how beneficial this is, we want to thank our brothers and sisters there, being away from home but the heart at home. And of course, thank you for always involving yourselves in charity, because I've followed UNA for the last, I think, is it 8 years, Mr. Seninde? We have been following events and working with UNA.
No, I've been working with you for now 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah, 10 years.
So following UNA and analyzing what they do, I must say there's so much on the side of charity that comes home from these people. Now, let's look at the Uganda Investment and Trade Expo that is going to happen in Dallas, Texas. This time around, there's something unique. Why are you going to have this in different states? Because usually I know the convention, we get excited, we organize, we get our visas. Seninde is doing a very great job, I must say. ensuring he assists people to be part of UNA, of this convention. But this time, why this convention, and why is it in different states?
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And maybe to piggyback a little bit on what Mr. Seninde said about the achievements of UNA, we also have various achievements we've achieved on the, for Ugandans living in North America. We know we just got out of the lockdown. We've been able to organize about 4 successful conventions, from Cincinnati to Chicago to San Francisco last year, now to Dallas. The brand itself, UNA now, is very alive in the communities in the United States. We have representatives who are the council representatives in the different regions, in the different states. UNA is participating through those representatives in independence organizations, organizing for the independence. The youth did organize an online forum for themselves through the Youth and Family Forum. Our speaker did go and attend the convention in Canada last year. So we are live in the communities. So back to your question, UNA, the way UNA is structured, because Ugandans live in North America, and North America is a very big, vast land. So they are all over the place. So we chose it, they thought it was wise that this convention that happens every Labor Day weekend, we give an opportunity to different states to host this convention. So the last 4 years, like I mentioned, it was in Cincinnati, then it went to Chicago, it went to San Francisco last year, and now it's coming to Dallas. The criteria is very simple. All the cities are given a chance to bid, to show their ability to host that event. The convention is a very big event. It's a 3-day event. You're looking at about 3,000 people in one place. So it requires some good preparation. So next year, I'm privileged to say that Dallas, Texas, where I reside, is going to host the 35th UNA Trade and Investment Expo. It's going to last from 1st to 4th of September. What is amazing about this time is we are coming out of a pandemic, and we want to give the business community an opportunity to come and network. As we all know, the pandemic brought about a new change in how we operate, right? Either it was the online operations, the way we market our products, and how we add value. So this convention, I'm here primarily to rally the business community. And I'm inviting the business community in Uganda. There's so many opportunities for you in North America. Please come be a part of us. Whether you are in a real estate, whether you are in banking, telecom, whether you're in professional services, all those services are needed in North America. So this time around, we want to give a platform in this expo. So what happens in the investment forum is all these businesses are given a chance to showcase what they do. And it doesn't have to worry you that because, oh, I'm in Uganda and my business is, let me say I'm a lawyer, how do I benefit from UNA? Or guess what? The Ugandans who are doing transactions in Uganda and require legal services. So you as a lawyer out there, you also have a market of about 4,000 people attending this convention that you're going to tap into. If you're a manufacturer, if you're looking for an investor, a partner to increase your capital base in your business. If you're looking at opportunities in education, if you're here and maybe you intend to study abroad, you have a chance that you can come and network with Ugandans who have had a chance to study abroad, and they can show you the ways that they can do about it. So basically it's a whole 360 approach. Depending on where you sit, in which category of life you are, UNA will meet you. You just have to reach out to us and tell us what you do, what you'd like for us to do for you, and we shall definitely work with you.
Very interesting there. You know, life is about networking.
Yes.
Life is about meeting new people, sharing ideas. I remember on one of the confessions, there was this young man, I think he's called, I've forgotten the name, and he used the term, he asked, have you ever heard of the money sharks?
Yes, the money sharks.
I'm like, money sharks? What are you meaning? He said, young man, I'm a money shark. Yeah. I'm a Ugandan, and I think your business, there's something that can be done. So these are guys that have the money, but they have not been in Uganda. Some fear investing, yes, but they are willing to own shares, yes, in what you have. Yes. And most of Ugandans, we have the ideas back home here. You have your business, and all you need is someone to work with with integrity and honesty.
Yes, and
Now,
transparency.
these guys, our brothers who have been abroad, they're very transparent, actually. And for them, business is streamlined. So these guys don't ever know what opportunities can be. Keep on trying. That's why you get someone who is saying, well, if you need, sometimes you have a business, you just need a van,
Yes.
you need modern equipment, and someone is saying, we can sit and draft something. I can call my lawyers here, we draft something.
Yes.
I give you this amount of money. If you have your paperwork very satisfactory, that if you have a van, then your distribution channel is going to improve.
Yes.
If you have a machine, you have clients, but you can't produce as much as you do.
Yes.
So if someone gives you money for a van, gives you machinery, what does this benefit? Well, I'll be able to have another 2 million customers,
Yes.
and maybe a month I'll be able to make another about 100 million, or even 50 million. Says, okay, out of that, you make 50?
Yes.
I just want 20 million.
Yes.
And you see, you've gotten an opportunity.
Yes.
You couldn't have the bank loans, you couldn't do this. So there is opportunity. And there is a lot of opportunity from UNA for many Ugandans. And I like the Mr. Seninde saying, this time let them send a technical people.
Yes.
One thing I noticed is people in North America are so eager
Yes.
to know how they can transform life back home.
Yes, that's true.
Much as there's also the other part I enjoy so much, the entertainment bit of it.
Yes.
But one of the important things is really the fact that
Yes.
there's so much networking and opportunity there. Now, let's look at, Mr. Senin, the procedure of registration, procedure of ensuring that one can be part of this convention. Because sometimes Ugandans will do things at last minute. Sometimes we want everything free. And sometimes people, we must also clarify this to them, that UNA is not a way for you to disappear in diaspora. Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much. Ways of registration is very easy. But what all matters is to do things early. Because now getting an appointment at the embassy, it is really very difficult because of the so many people who are traveling to their country. So you need to pay at the moment. This Aribat, we've been charging 210 because, and I think they will have to continue that. 200, then I think it has been sorted out now. It is 180, but unfortunately we've been charging. But let the listeners and those who are preparing to go to UNA, to go to Post Bank and pay 180 for the registration and invitation. Then you have to pay 620,000 you pay for the registration to the embassy. That is for the interview you are going to carry out. That is the only money you have to pay. But Ugandans have to be very careful. There are so many people now who go and charge them a lot of money. You find people say, bring here 100,000, bring so much, bring 15 million, bring 2 million. And I don't know why people who want to travel, when they ask them for any amount of money, they go and search
land of opportunity.
Yes, just for a matter of getting the visa. And sometimes you find they don't get a visa because they don't have the requirement. There's something wrong, people here. They think if you have money, anything can be done. Not with the embassy. You can have money and you don't have the reason why you are going. You need to have a real reason why you are going. You might say, I'm going to UNA, yes, and I have the invitation. But what are you going to do there? You need to have a reason of what you see. Their country, they really need to know why exactly you are going. You heard him, he has been talking about the products to be taken to US. Let you explain that I'm taking such and such a product to US because they allow them to take them. So, but if you just say, I want a visa, I want this, no. You need to have a real reason and to show that you have enough money to keep you there. Because they don't want people just to go there and loitering and later they disappear. And people should stop saying that, oh, if you want to go out and work in here, you go to UNA. And many people come to me, I want to go and work in the US. No, we don't have that access of working or issuing a working permit. All what we have to do is to invite you. You go for UNA, let's say 1 month, or not more than that, 2 weeks after the UNA, you just go see the country around, and then you come back. Yeah, those who are not coming back, I think now they have started looking for procedure of tracking them, which will be very, very, very dangerous to them.
Well,
let people plan to go and come back.
Yes, Gilbert, you wanted to make a supplement.
Yes,
you wanted to supplement something.
Yes, for sure. So when it comes to registration, we did open registration for those of you who are not in Uganda and probably in Europe, or you're in another country outside Uganda. All you have to do is go to www.unaonline, and that is UNAAonline.org, and look at 2023 Dallas Convention. Early bird registration is officially open. It's going for $180 for individuals. But if you're a business and you want to come and showcase as a vendor, we also have packages for business opportunity. So there are premium tables and the standard tables. So please, if you're a business owner, do not register as an individual, register as a business. It's easier for you that way, and we have a package for you. Those of you who miss out on registration and you're unable to get an interview at the embassy, either the interview is scheduled later, please send an email to secretary@unaonline.org and inform the secretary about your interview, that you are unable to get in for the interview. Like he said, the U.S. Embassy right now is backed up with so many applications. So if you intend to join us next year in September, I encourage you to go to Post Bank Uganda, if you're in Uganda, pay your registration and get in line for the application, for the interview at the visa at the embassy. In addition, what you mentioned earlier, Robert, we've also been able to create a lifelong partnership with Makerere University. Makerere University was celebrating 100 years of existence, I think last year. And UNA is now officially a partner with Makerere University. How does that help? We are now going to be able to streamline education opportunities. If you're in Uganda, you go to Makerere University and you're looking for opportunities maybe to advance your studies in areas of research, and also those in America who want to come here, it's going to be streamlined through Makerere University. So again, to piggyback on Mr. Seninde, do not be scammed. Don't listen to somebody telling you, give me this much money, I'll get you a US visa. That does not work. You have to be able to do that application by yourself, and please avoid going for the shortcuts. Yes, the US Embassy is very streamlined in what they expect, and go through the requirements. If you need to ask something, Mr. Seninde will share his contacts. He's here. Please consult.
Okay, well, we are still looking at, that is promoting Bubu policy in diaspora, and that is the upcoming UNA convention, where we know that Ugandans in North America will be meeting this year, but also Ugandans from Uganda will be heading there to be part of this convention, as we showcase what is made here, what we have here in Uganda, and we look for business opportunities, networking opportunities in various fields, like my guests have explained. But there is something that usually happens, Mr. Senate. We have refunds in case someone, usually have those that register late, and some of these opportunities. This has always been a question. Whenever we are having every year, that is the UNA conventions. Some feel either they're late. Did you look at this, or is it?
Yeah, if you go to the embassy and sit for an interview, you get no refund. But like he said, if you don't go for an interview, we don't give you as well refund. But what you do, you can find someone else who would like to go, and we switch that money in his name. That's what we can do, but we don't make a direct refund.
And also, just to add on the refund policy, I know many people come and ask, I paid my money. Like you said, if you go to the embassy and the embassy declines your application, we can't refund you. However, if you miss out on the interview date scheduling, we can do two things. One, we can switch your registration with somebody else. That person, instead of paying UNA, they pay you. Alternatively, we can push your registration to the next year. We still have a convention coming up next year. So we can, instead of you losing out, you just write an email to the secretary at unaonline.org and inform them of your situation, and they will just carry over your registration. On the technology part, the website is up and running for UNA. We also have an app. Yes, so if you're on Android, iOS, please go and download the UNA app. It has live updates on there, and actually it live streams the event at the convention as well. Yes.
Well, still, Gilbert, there is another issue when you talk about Ugandans in diaspora.
Yes.
How far has dual citizenship gone? Do we have Ugandans that are both U.S. citizens at the same time they're Ugandan citizens?
Yes.
Because some of people that usually come here, they will tell you, but I'm a Ugandan, I expected. Then you tell them, look at the passport you're carrying. Sometimes I don't have to pay for this when coming home.
Yes.
So this has been always an issue with, and we've had many Ugandans actually in diaspora, more so in North America, craving for dual citizenship.
Yes.
How far have we progressed?
Thank you so much. Thank you. That's a great question. First and foremost, I would like to thank the Uganda government for having given us an opportunity to have dual citizenship. Not many countries out there have a chance to give their citizens to be dual. Now, when it comes to North America, once you become an American citizen, the law says America becomes your first country. You've taken an oath of allegiance to the United States. So you've foregone your Ugandan citizenship. Now, Ugandan government, through the Ministry of Internal Affairs, they do give us a chance to register afresh as a Ugandan. So you're able to get a dual citizenship certificate, and I think we were able to negotiate with them to bring down the price, I think, to $200. I need to confirm how much it is right now. And you are able to now get back your Ugandan citizenship, and you enjoy the full benefits of being a Ugandan and the benefits of being an American. What does that mean? You can own property in Uganda. You can vote in Uganda. You are Ugandan. You don't need to apply for a visa to come to Uganda. But if you forego your Ugandan citizenship and don't register for dual, you are a foreigner, unfortunately. Even if your name is Gilbert Mulawi, at the airport, they'll require you to apply for a visa to come into the country. So those are some of the benefits that now our people are taking advantage of, that you're able to enjoy the full benefits of both ends. You are a full American citizen, and the process is streamlined online as well. Yes. And also to add on that, the ministry is also, it always has a desk at the convention. So if you're in North America, you're a fellow Ugandan living in North America, and you want to take advantage of this service, please come with your documentation. The list of documents are online. Come prepared with them. The Ministry of Internal Affairs through the embassy does have a desk where they do handle those processes, including the national ID, the Ndangamuntu, is also done at the convention. Passport renewals, those services are available at the convention. So we try to, bring government closer to the people that, because it's expensive to fly back to just process a passport or to do your dual citizenship in Uganda. So we're doing all those services through UNA. Thank you.
Well, so much benefits there for both the Ugandans and Ugandans in North America. Of course, I know a number of them have not applied for dual citizenship. So they're American Ugandans, if that exists.
Yes.
The American Ugandans.
Indeed.
And you mentioned something very interesting, the third generation.
Yes.
Maybe for our viewers, I need to clarify that. These are children who are born in the United States, in North America. The Ugandans, one may be Sam Sentongo, Tim Sentongo, Besweri, Nyonyintono, plus. But, much as their parents left Uganda and are in the United States, we call them third generation citizens because they may not even know much about Uganda, they just come and visit, but there are Ugandans. And I think they may be American citizens.
Yes, they are.
Many of them.
Yes.
However, we say they are American, Ugandan citizens, and them, very few may apply for dual citizenship because that is the land they cherish. They are not like Gilbert here or Seninde who will tell you, I'm even Omukuru Wechika, I'm this, so don't take my Ugandans from me.
Yes.
But still moving on, this I'll take it back to you, Gilbert.
Yes.
Where are the elections coming up?
Yes.
This very year.
Yes.
We are going to be having UNA elections.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I'm not a candidate.
Yes, thank you so much.
So briefly, let's talk about this as well.
Yes, thank you so much. UNA has a constitution, And UNA has leadership structures. So we have the executive, and then we have the council. And these offices are occupied by individuals for two years per term. And every other 2 years, we do go through the process of electing new leaders. These leaders are Ugandans that live in the communities. So people are given a chance to vote those people that feel represent their interests. So personally, Gilbert, I've been serving as the council representative for Southwest Region 2. Now my region, I represent North Texas, another state called Arkansas, and another state called Oklahoma in the UNA Council. The UNA Council could be our equivalent of our Uganda Parliament here. Now, through the UNA Council, we vote our leadership as well. We vote a speaker, we vote a deputy speaker, and we vote a secretary. That is just one wing of leadership. Now, these are people that come from the communities level and go represent at the higher level. Now, we have the executive. Now, these are the national leaders. By national, I mean they represent the entire region of North America and Canada. That's the president, the secretary, we call executive secretary. We have a vice president. We have a UNA treasurer, the man who handles our money. And we also have youth representatives. We have the male for US, female for US, male for Canada, and female for Canada. Now those are voted nationally, and those are the executive wing. So we also have our checks and balances. In the council checks the executive, what they're doing. We share ideas, because we are the people on the ground. We represent UNA on the ground. The president may be living in Chicago. She may not know what's happening in Texas. I am the one who is in Texas, who is going to tell her, hey, look, we have Ugandans struggling with this and this. How can the executive come and help us? So this year, all those offices I've mentioned are up for election. There will be an electoral commission constituted in due time. Nominations will be opened up, and all eligible candidates will stand up to be elected for office. So that on the closing day of the convention, we shall know who are the winners of these positions, and they will be able to serve the next term in office. Yes.
Okay, so I don't know if your constitution has term limits.
Yes.
Oh, you could.
Yes.
Oh, I wish you.
Okay, yes, to clarify on that, the current constitution we have, I know we are going through amendments of that constitution, but it's yet to be approved. As we stand right now, you have a maximum of 2 terms to the executive and for the council as well. Yes, so once you wrap up your 2 terms, you can't run again.
So which term are you?
So I'm going for my 2nd term, and I'll be running for my 2nd term in office.
Oh, I wish you the best.
Yes, and also for our local community where I live now, we have, like the communities are so many, but in Dallas where I live, and greetings to my fellow Dallas members, I am also the publicity secretary of our small now Dallas community, and I've served 2 terms as well, but I won't come back again for that one. Yes, so yeah, we look forward to that election. I know elections attract a lot of media and attention and lots of, but we hope this time around we shall be very smooth. We are all Ugandans, no need to tear each other apart. We are all serving Ugandans.
Oh, my
so we
brother.
look forward to that.
Back home here, when you talk about elections,
yes,
and sometimes this disturbs my mind. I'm like, but what is so attractive about these positions?
Yes.
I was watching the Makere alumni. People fight, police comes in, security. I'm like, what is there to eat? Are these people yearning to serve? Why is there something? You know, I always ask this. You find someone, an LC1 position, people are even cutting. So I need to discover, really. I think, unfortunately, I don't qualify to be anywhere.
Yes.
Otherwise, I was going to stand for you.
Okay, yes, and I'll clarify on that. Yes, thank you, Robert.
And I take leadership position.
No.
Maybe through you now, I will know what is that interesting thing that I see people craving to represent us, to serve us.
Yes. Very good observation, and you're very right. And even to me as an individual, I always ask myself, why should we go down the tunnel? So I will be very clear that all UNA positions are strictly voluntary.
Yeah.
Nobody is paid a stipend or a salary or an allowance to serve in UNA. This is a non-profit organization. We don't make a profit. We are simply serving. So anybody out there that thinks maybe when I sit in the same chair Gilbert is seeking, is probably getting a check here and there, not true at all. And actually, in most cases, you find yourself when, out of your own compassion, you're actually using your own finances to meet the demands of the people. So it's not a paying position. However, I think it comes with people, as a UNA leader, it opens up opportunities for you to network with many Ugandans. I think that's where people maybe get the whole motivation that if you're a UNA leader, you can be able to meet more Ugandans, and you can use networks to your advantage. That's why I think people sometimes get over it. Yeah, but also to clarify, Robert, if you are not a resident in North America, you cannot vote. So we need to be clear on that. Attending the convention doesn't guarantee you that you're going to vote. So for the Ugandans who are coming from Uganda, you paid your registration and they welcome you in Dallas this year. Do not say, Gilbert, where do I line up to vote? No, you're not eligible. The voting is strictly for residents residing in North America. That is the Constitution.
You look at Gilbert technically taking me out of this voting, technically taking me out.
Yes, I wish you could vote for me.
As a candidate. I also would love to be at positions of networking and maximize that opportunity to my benefit.
No.
Zephaniah Seninde, as we come to the end of this, what is your parting shot?
Yeah, it's about one thing which my boss has mentioned, is the way how government help us to send people working on the ID, working on the passport, working on the dual citizenship, and so many others. As I've been going around US, some people are complaining that the government has taken over UNA. I mean, there's no way we can do things without getting people, getting officers from the government to go and help those people over in the US. And they should not just say, oh, you see, this is even if they become the president, they automatically will have to work out with the government. But that doesn't mean at all that the government has taken. And the government has a very, very, very small hand. We go in for help, but we don't go in so that they enter into their administration. No. They take their full decision and they do everything by their constitution has it in that. And the other thing is I wanted to thank the council of UNA and the executive, because within these 4 years they have helped a lot in Lieta Omala. And they have done, I want to thank you very much, because you've done a lot to help in Lieta to carry out the activities, and now you find UNA has really stabilized. There were some division, but those divisions are no longer there now. Things are moving on very well. So we thank the outgoing president and their council and their executive, because they have brought back UNA to the way how things should be done.
Okay, they have revived the glory of UNA.
Yes.
Well, finally, Gilbert.
Yeah, what I want to request the government of Uganda, sometime when they're in the US, they tell me, go to such and such a ministry, deliver this message, do this, do this. But our government officers here are very proud. That is really, you see, he puts in money. We told you things are voluntarily. He has not got money, but from his own pocket, to come here and meet the government officials. But they are very proud. You write, you want to meet a minister, you want to meet a PS, you want sometimes they don't even care. Yet what we are asking is help. Sometimes these people, they get money, give me health equipment, we take them all around. We cannot bring health material without consulting the health minister, because we might bring things which they don't need in the country. But when you want to see some of these PS, some of the ministers, some of the heads of department, they feel very proud. I want to request them, please, let us work together so that Uganda can come up, and Ugandans who are in America, they can also come up and we develop this country.
Okay, that is Senior Special President Envoy of the President of UNA here in Uganda, Zephaniah Seninde. Gilbert, let's close it with you.
Thank you so much. Robert, it's been a wonderful morning discussing UNA. I want to say thank you to UBC and the management for giving us an opportunity. I want to say thank you to our envoy for the great work he has done to represent us here. The Ugandan government always supporting our needs, bringing the services we need for Ugandans down to the grassroots in the communities. We want to thank you for that. The leadership back home, I Happy New Year to all of you, and thank you for the great work you're doing for UNA. And then finally, to the people that I'm here to look out for, those who want to attend the convention, please.
When's the convention? The
convention is going to run all the way from 1st to 4th of September in the state of Texas, where I reside, in the city of Dallas, at the Hilton Anatole. All this information is available on all our social media platforms. Okay. If you want to follow UNA on Facebook, Instagram, we are there. We post all this information on our website. It's there. If you're in Uganda and you want to register, please go down to Post Bank and ask for UNA registration. It's $180 now. Early bird, it's going to increase later. So please take advantage. And again, for the business owners, which is my passion, I'm so passionate about business, do not register for a business when you are an individual. You are registered as a business. So thank you so much. Wonderful morning, and thanks for having me.
Well, thank you so much for being part of this show. And of course, there are so many opportunities for you Ugandans. And of course, for those that are in UNA, I know many of them are waiting for you to have this discussion. They want to invest, but they don't know how best. Some of them need services. Many of them have been conned. I can build for your house by relatives. Now, if you're in this business, they're sure they're dealing with a company, credible people. So let's go tap in these opportunities. We'll see you in the next hour. Let's have sports next. Good morning.